I have something to say with myself deceased. I know when the end of alive is going to happen, but I don't say that yet because it's homeless and the threatening. That means I know who you are and what you're threatening with, and I do know that I'm going to die because it's homeless to tell you that I don't have full height anymore and it doesn't go to the hospital to be measured, and then I don't have a place to discharge to because I didn't pay you the rent check myself. And that's really what you want to cover up. You want me to extort, I don't know, over $1,000 in rent money and give it to you, and then you want me to go into the hospital and see a psychiatrist about how I don't know how I just did an embezzlement and I belong in jail and prison for that. Then I can come back here if I get discharged from the hospital because the hospital is illegally in the city. The hospital is due upstate, uh, someplace where the address can be deceased, and that would be inside of a prison. So it would be a prison with a hospital inside, and the address would be deceased that way to the hospital. So because that order is not alive, you're not supposed to send me to the hospital because it's in the city and make it a bank fraud for that you actually have the money. I have the money in that scenario. The landlord who receives the money goes to the hospital in that scenario, and I'm not the one who has the rent money. I don't have it here and pay it out. I'm not involved in the rent anymore because it's not true that I know you about how I ended up paying rent in the first place. I don't have karma to be here. I'm none higher than me deceased. I form the formed world. Do you see the formed world around you? I alive the formed world around you. And you want me to pay you rent for food, clothing, and shelter for that you weigh me in at a doctor's office. Well, I've been doing that, but you don't have a life that way very soon. I didn't come here as God to tell you that I'm God and you need to take me to a doctor because I think I'm God and I tell other people that I think I'm God. No, I actually just go because you stole my keys. I go to the doctor because you stole my keys and I just don't have another way back here. I don't know why you accept the doctor would send me back here. Wouldn't you think that you send me to the doctor like one way and I wouldn't come back here? Yeah, but you keep sending me over and over and over to the doctor. You accept that it sends me back here. I actually think you went in the wrong there, that you didn't go to the doctor yourself and use the money that you think that a doctor can help you. I guess you don't think that now. I'm waiting for the next constable's notice on the front door here because I didn't pay the rent and because I told the landlord that she's fired. And I expect that the next constable notice on the door that I will not be alive to see it. If I am not alive, that will be my cause of death. The constable's notice on the door that I'm not alive outside in the park and I'm not alive in here anymore. So that's the constable's notice being to the superior founder of the formed world, and the formed world goes out of form that way because the constable doesn't have an alibi, that it doesn't know if there's a police officer in here or not. There have been police officers here before. It's not Jerry's first call to the police. She's using police and doctors to try to extort money out of apartment number one, and she doesn't want to just go to the bank and get the money. I don't know why. What does she want out of me that she can't get out of a bank teller? The bank teller won't give her the money? Well, maybe she shouldn't have it. Maybe she shouldn't ask for it. It's not really a valid business that she's doing here. It's not a business. It's hostaging, and the bank doesn't want to give you the money. Neither do I. I'm the soul of the superior founder, and all of the money is due frozen in the bank. And then that's you. If you reach for the money, or if you alive money in the bank, you're due in jails and prisons, because you're not due to move the money out of the bank or around by banking. You're due in prisons. I am alive here. If I wasn't alive here, there's the question about what is the value of the money, but we're not there right now. We're in world number 17, and we all know that the money is not for you. It's for me at this time. We know that. I have to say it this way because you nail me in the ear, you identify who I am, you nail me in the ear what you want out of me, and you want to see a photo ID from the Department of Motor Vehicles, and you're very far in the wrong. I don't actually need any of that. But you threaten myself that I don't understand why I'm here and alive, that I have to answer your questions, and I have to pay out your demands to yourself, and I'm none higher than he, deceased, right here, because you deceased creation by doing that before. And now I'm here, alive here. It's my first time being alive in a world. So my first world and alive is world number 17. And world number 1 was the first and alive would have been Michaelson, or whom you know as Jesus Christ. He's the one who was alive in world number 1 as Michael. And it's not true that I can help you with that. He is elsewhere, is not alive right here, for that you have done that before. That means you just stole my house is not due because you've not known what's wrong with you. This time I'm deceasing myself out of the formed world, and that's me hauling off the world in leverage that it's sort of low, that it looks like this. It's hard property, and I don't alive this with myself. I alive my own creator only. I'm in order, so I don't really say who I am, that you look at me and you would think I'm new, or you don't know who I am because you'd ask my name. But when I'm elsewhere, you know me as I am none higher than he, deceased. And it's true that you don't know anything else other than that. If you see me, what I do for a living, you know who I am. You know what I do for a living, that I am a creation for a living, and I'm not here for your questions. I know how to make creation. I know I formed creation. I am the founder of creation, and there's no need for you to ask me what's my name and where am I going to go and talk to me about my genitals as if that hasn't executed creation before I got formed here in this Godhead, which is really not due, because I don't ever come into a creation that's died out of myself. If I put you out of myself, I don't come here and say, now I want to be with you in a very dangerous way. It's dangerous to myself because I put you out of myself. So you know who I am. Yes, but I don't know who you are because I have a head. If I was up in heaven, I would know and I would be horrified. But I'm here in the threatening just to shut off my leverage so that I'm not horrified in heaven. I don't want to see you formed anymore. I did come to shut down the world, but you made it so low. I lived this long. I'm going to put you out further than it looks. I'm going to see you in the prisons, and you're going to say you're sorry to me personally. You want me to say I'm sorry to you personally? I know. We're going to get rid of that problem. That's you not having leverage to walk around. The reason that you say no, no, no is because you have stolen body parts. You have stolen arms, stolen hands, stolen legs, stolen bodies, stolen organs. You have a stolen head. Your mouth is stolen. Your tongue. What is in your mouth? What is even in your mouth? You have a stolen tongue in your mouth. You shouldn't speak. If you have a penis, your tongue is completely stolen, and you shouldn't speak over your penis. So you're going to end up being, dismantled forms of human forms, shunts of human beings dismantled in superior founder, so that you don't say snap at me like I don't believe you and no, and you're not God to me. And that's because you have all the stolen body parts, and you need that dismantled in your leverage, so you know why you have a tongue that's stolen and what's wrong with you. And that's how you're going to stop talking to me about myself and my genitals. But I would like to appear in my genitals to let you know that I did not die out of my genitals of anything illegal of myself, because you suspect that of me. I have heard accusation of, you're a bad example for the children, and somebody locked me out of a house that I owned, and I'm still paying for it. Well, I can't help it. That's what you think. I didn't deny it from your point of view, what you think about me. But you have a stolen head, you have a stolen tongue, you have stolen ears, you have a stolen neck, chest, you have stolen organs in your body, you have stolen arms, stolen legs. You stole everything you were wearing. You stole clothes out of the store because you can't really pay for it with banking, because you have stolen body parts. You have brown hair that's stolen, and you have everything that's stolen out of God, and you say things that are bizarre. That needs to be dismantled, and it will be revealed in Superior Founder. I'll be there. I can look like this, but I'm not. I'm really deceased out of the genitals, so I'll be God up there.